Magandang araw mga ka-PTech. Welcome po sa isa na namang video na hatid po sa inyo ng inyong PTech Training Center. Ako po si Sir Willie and ngayong video na ito, ang pag-usapan po natin ay ang isang mahalagang aspeto ng ating pagpapatupad ng ating curriculum, which is the unpacking, no, of learning competencies. No? Lagi nating naririnig ito at lagi itong isang mainit na diskusyon, no, sa lalo na sa pag-umpisa ng ating new school year. This is actually under po ng session 3B. Under ito ng session 3B, and let's try to look into yung ating discussion dito, no, at we're going to look at it as is para po mabigyan tayo ng guidelines, no, kung paano natin gagawin, no, yung proseso po ng tinatawag natin na unpacking. Sabi ko nga kanina ay medyo mainit na diskusyon ito at may mga nagtatanong sa atin regarding this one, and we would like to clarify din kung paano nga ba natin ito gagawin, no, sa ating mga eskwelahan. Okay? Bago natin umpisahan yung unpacking of learning competencies ay we try to revisit muna and try to understand the structure of the learning competencies. Again, disclaimer lamang po, hindi po akin itong slide na ito. This was the same slide na ginagamit po during the rollout, and excerpt lang naman ito, no, na ipapakita po natin. And maraming salamat sa ating DepEd Central Office for providing us with this material. And i-share lang naman natin yung ibinigay po nila sa atin at bigyan natin ng a little context, no? So ito yung structure of the learning competencies. So kung titingnan natin siya, meron siyang tatlong very specific na components, no? Meron kang observable skill, meron kang content, and then you have the learning condition. So tingnan natin ito isa-isa. Umpisa natin kay observable skill. This is the behavior that learners must demonstrate. No? So what should learners be able to do? Examples nito ay ang identify, explain, analyze, construct, and evaluate. In other literatures, no, tinatawag nila ito na behavioral terms. No? They call it the behavioral terms. Pero in this particular slide, ang term na ginagamit ay ang observable skill. Okay? Identify, explain, analyze, construct, and evaluate. Basically, these are the different behavioral terms na makikita natin in the revised Bloom's taxonomy, and even during the Bloom's taxonomy, nakikita na rin natin itong mga behavioral terms na ito. Kasabay nitong observable skill ay meron kang content. No? Ang content ay meaning, it refers to the subject matter, the concept, or the topic that the learner will work on. What knowledge or concept is being learned. So tandaan natin meron kang observable skill, meron ka ding content na kailangan na bigyang diin. Halimbawa, modern scientific processes for measuring tectonic plates. Yan, ito yung nakalagay dito sa slide na ito. And then, meron kang tinatawag na learning condition. This is the third component. This specifies the context, the tools, or situation in which the learning will occur. Under what conditions or circumstances will the learning be demonstrated? Examples ay using the map of Philippine Archipelago. Yan. Mga kapitek, no? Tingnan po nating mabuti ang mga ito because these are the different learning conditions. Ibig sabihin po nito, kapag si learning competency ay sinasabi niya na using the map of Philippine Archipelago, tandaan po ninyo, nakalagay na yan sa learning condition. Hindi mo na kailangan ipa-drawing pa sa mga bata ang mapa ng Philippine Archipelago. Okay? Kasi kung minsan lumalagpas po tayo sa kung ano ang hinihingi ng ating learning competency. Sinabi na nga in the learning condition. So ibig sabihin, bakit mo pahihirapan pa yung mga bata since nasa learning condition na yan, huwag mo nang ipa-drawing sa kanila yung Philippine Archipelago. No? Kasi nakalagay na yun. Ibig sabihin, it is already provided by the learning condition. So susundan mo na lang yon bilang isang teacher, no? At hindi mo na kailangang pahirapan pa yung mga bata na mag-drawing pa, no? Bibigay na yan, part na yan ng activity nila, no? Based on the current velocity of the Philippine plate, yan, mga examples po ito ng tinatawag nating learning condition and from secondary sources. So, pag sinabi natin secondary sources, alam naman na natin yung meaning nito. These are information coming from secondary sources like the books, no? Yung mga other references. Yan, okay? So, yan po yung tinatawag natin na learning condition. Now, we try to put that in the context. Napakaganda nitong slide na ibinigay ng ating DepEd Central, no? At makikita natin how the learning competencies are being structured, no? Halimbawa, itong learning competency na ito. Describe different types of collisions as elastic or inelastic by providing some examples, no? So, meron kang component dyan on the one column and then identified element on the other one. So, ano ba yung mga components natin ulit? Observable skill, content, learning condition. So, ilagay natin kung ano yung mga identified element natin under observable skill. Sige nga, ano yung observable skill dito sa learning competency na to? Okay, tama ka kung ang sagot mo ay describe, no? And then, of course, the content will be the types of collisions, examples of elastic and inelastic conditions. Ngayon, ano ang learning condition na nakita mo dito sa learning competency? Okay? Yan. Kung wala kang nakita na learning condition, ibig sabihin explicitly stated. So there is no a specific learning condition mentioned, pero explicit na yan na nakalagay. So ibig sabihin, hindi mo na kailangan lagyan yan. Walang learning condition, it is explicitly stated. Okay? So ibig sabihin, maaari mong sabihin. So ibig sabihin, maaaring optional na lang ba ang learning condition? Yes, di ba? Kung hindi naman nakalagay, that is already part of the learning competency. So hindi mo na kailangan itong ilagay pa. Ibig sabihin, walang nakalagay na learning condition dito. So dalawa lang ang nakalagay. We have observable skill and then the content. Let's move on to the other example. Use models to investigate elastic or inelastic collisions and describe the forces involved and their effects. So ano yung mga components na hinahanap natin? Observable skill, content, and then the learning condition. So anong observable skill? Okay, tama ka dyan kung ang sagot mo ay investigate and describe. Dalawa kasi yan. Okay, so double barrel ito, no? Sa discussion ng learning competencies, kapag ganito yung learning competency mo, ibig sabihin double barrel yan. More or less, ito ay isang higher order thinking skill na learning competency, no? So dalawa, investigate and describe. Okay, ano yung content? Siyempre, models of elastic and inelastic collisions and forces involved in collisions and their effects. Okay? Ano yung learning condition? Meron ka ba nakitang learning condition dyan? Tingnan natin. Tama ka kung ang sinulat mo ay use models. No? Kasi nakalagay dito, use models to investigate. So yan yung learning condition. Ibig sabihin ng use models, ulitin na naman natin, pag nagtuturo tayo ng ganitong klase ng learning competency, gumamit ka na ng model. No? Hindi ka na magpapahirap pa na magpapagawa ka pa ng mga model sa mga estudyante mo para lang makamit itong learning competency na ito. Ibig sabihin, pag dinidescribe mo yan, or dinidiscuss natin ito, ang focus mo is the investigation and description. So the observable skill na focus mo ay investigate and describe, hindi mag-drawing ng model or maggawa ng model. Alright? So let's be very careful with that. Okay, next. Another example, identify modern scientific processes used to detect and measure the displacement of tectonic plates. Ano yung mga components natin dyan? Observable skill, content, and then the learning condition. Ano yung identified element natin? Sige nga, tama ka dyan kung ang sagot mo ay identify. For the content, modern scientific processes for measuring displacement tectonic plates. Right? And then, anong learning condition? Meron ba? Wala, no? So, none, and then explicit din yung pagkaka-state. Alright? So, yun po yung mga different points, no, na kailangan natin munang maintindihan bago tayo pumunta sa mga general guidelines for the unpacking. So, alam natin na yung unpacking is the process of breaking complex skills or concepts into manageable parts, no? Importante ito so that as teachers, alam niyo kung ano yung mga requirements, no, na mga observable skills para makamit, no, yung isang particular na learning competency. So naiintindihan naman natin yun na hindi agad-agad, lalo na yung mga higher order thinking na mga learning competencies, mabibigat ang mga ito, kailangan talaga natin siya na i-dissect. So ano yung mga general steps, no, na ibinigay sa atin ng ating DepEd Central Office kung paano gagawin ang tamang unpacking process, no? Una, we revisit the standards in the curriculum guide, no? We know that we are using now the budget of work na ibinigay. Okay, that's the same. It will serve as the guide, no, for our teachers as to the contents of the curriculum that must be developed among our learners, no? Pangalawa, examine the learning competency to be unpacked by looking at the ano ulit yung tatlo, observable skill represented by the verbs, the content represented by the nouns, and the learning conditions on how this knowledge and skills should be learned. So, ginawa natin kanina yon. So, magiging madali na lang sa atin, no, kapag naintindihan natin yung relationship, no, ng observable skill, the content, and then the learning condition. Pangatlo, if the learning competency falls under applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating, break down the learning competency into smaller or discrete sub-skills or knowledge components, no? Makikita natin dito na ang binigyan lang ng diin according to the revised taxonomy, Bloom's taxonomy, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating, no? So yung remembering at saka understanding, ibig sabihin, nasa low level competency yan, lower order thinking skill siya na category. So, maaari na depende sa iyong appreciation bilang isang teacher, lalo na dun sa understanding content or understanding na level, ay hindi mo na ito kailangan pa na i-unpack. Okay? Ibig sabihin, ang priority for unpacking ay yung mga learning competencies that will fall under applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. No? Ayan, yan yung pinaka-key natin dito, no, na kailangan mong balikan upang sa ganon ay alam mo, no, kung ano yung mga kailangang bigyang diin pagdating dito sa unpacking. Okay? Again, hindi natin kailangan na kapag nag-a-unpack po tayo, hindi natin kailangan na ang unpacking hindi pwedeng paakyat, ano? Kaya natin ina-unpack yan eh. So dapat pababa siya. So halimbawa, ito ay under analyzing, it should go down as under understanding and remembering, no? Yan yung ano natin. No? Pero kapag nasa creating ka naman, which is the highest level according to the revised Bloom's taxonomy, then you can go into the lower levels. So lahat pwede mo bigyan ito ng diin, no? But tandaan po ninyo, mga ka-PTech, lahat po ng mga nanonood ngayon, no? Kapag tayo ay nag-a-unpack, be very careful, ano? Kasi nga po, baka kasi sa sobrang unpack na tayo ng unpack, ang tendency for us is that for us to develop all the lower level competencies, no? Akala natin ang nade-develop natin ay yung mga lower level competencies. Tuloy, nauubusan tayo ng kailangan ng oras para doon sa tamang pag-develop ng actual na learning competency, no? At saka tignan din po natin, balikan din natin, baka kasi yung pag na-unpack mo na, halimbawa, nandun siya sa evaluating or creating, tapos binaba mo siya, baka naman kasi itong learning competency na yan, nandun na siya. Halimbawa, nag-unpack ka sa grade 9 or 10 or grade 9. Na-discuss na pala yung discussion na yun, yung topic na yun under ng remembering or understanding dun sa grade 7 or 8. Be very careful din dun sa area na yan. Pwede mo na lang siyang i-recall dun sa discussion. No? At i-recall na lang natin ito, hindi na natin siya kailangan i-develop pa na parang isang malaking learning objective or isang learning objective na gagamitin mo. Pwede na siya na part ng recall kasi nga it is expected na nakuha na ito during the early grades. Alright? Yan po yung mga importante na mga points, no? Kailangan nating banggitin or tingnan or bigyang pansin, no, pag tayo ay nag-unpack. Alright? And of course, ang huling paalala no, sa ating lahat is that kahit na in-unpack natin yung isang learning competency, during the assessment, whether sa summative or sa summative yan, no, during the assessment, summative or during the term examination, ang focus pa rin ng learning ng assessment ay ang learning competency. Okay? So kung halimbawa, ang learning competency ay nandun sa evaluating, ang mga tanong natin ay nandun sa evaluating, hindi siya dun sa mga na-unpack na mga learning competencies, alright? So, kasi kapag gano'n ang nangyari, eh, lahat ng mga questions natin ay babagsak under the low order thinking skills na lamang, alright? So, yun lang 'no, gusto lang nating i-emphasize 'yan. Maraming salamat sa inyong, panonood and of course sana may natutunan kayo dito sa very short video na ipinakita po, natin, dito sa video na ito 'no. Maraming salamat ulit sa ating DepEd Central Office, sa, Curriculum Development, Division and, of course, sa lahat po ng mga naging trainers po namin during the national and then in the regional, rollout ay, naging instrumental din sa pagkaintindi dito sa mga discussions na ito. So muli, ako po si Sir Willie at, maraming salamat. Sana may natutunan po kayo sa short video na ito. See you sa susunod na ating mini discussion sa mga importanteng mga concepts ng ating DepEd. Maraming salamat at magandang araw.